Oh, hey there, good morning. It's Wednesday, and we have some big Ironman news to talk about. But first of all, if you're new here, welcome. And I love you. And I truly believe you're meant to be here. So hit that subscribe wherever it is in this land. I am eating breakfast. I started a kombucha last night before bed, so I'm going to finish it this morning. I got an egg omelet with some turkey sausage and some cheese. And then my favorite, rice cakes with a little cream cheese and banana. Oh, I'm going to have a pause. Rice cake chewing just doesn't happen quickly. And of course, water always nearby. Puppies are eating, except of course for this one, who's going to wait for her sissies to go in their kennels before she eats. And I got to stop the big one from eating. Nala Jane. We'll talk more here in a little bit when I sit down to edit yesterday's video.
Okay, we're in the boots working on yesterday's video, and let's talk about it. Ironman announced today that they are going to go back to the format of everyone in Kona for the World Championships. This comes as no surprise, probably, because they've been talking about it for a little bit of time, and they sent out surveys and all of that, but you could tell that through those surveys they were pushing toward going back to it. So I don't think, as much as they put on their little press release that the surveys helped make this decision, I don't think that's the case. I didn't want to get into the negative of it right away. And if you're not you don't follow me because of my triathlon stuff, just from my motivation, and you're like, what the heck is this Ironman thing? I'm sorry, but we're going to talk about it for a minute. But every year for a long, long time now, Ironman has been the Ironman Championship, which is all the best of the best, the 50 tops pros, go to the championship in Kona, Hawaii. And a few years back, they tried to revamp it a little to help us women. And by help us women, I mean make it a little more equal, in the sense that the pros at Ironman are equal, but they also allow non-pros to go to this race, and it's the age group qualifiers. And they have to get a certain time or beat, it's not a certain time in the sense of Boston, but they have to beat so many people at their race. And sometimes they have to beat everyone in their age group, and sometimes they only have to beat 5 people in their age group. Sometimes it's only one person from each age group going, sometimes it's 10. And that's kind of what making the two separate races allowed, is that more women were able to do the World Championship. Now, Ironman is saying that they can't do a 2-day thing in Kona, which means men and women will race at the same time on the same day, compared to one running Saturday, one running Sunday. That is an impossibility to happen logistic-wise. They're saying that's a Kona thing, not a them thing. I don't know if that's the case. I initially got pretty excited when I saw this announcement, because I will be running a race now that I can qualify for Kona. But looking back, the last 2 years, I had to come in the top 6 to 10 in my age group in order to qualify for World Championship, whether it had been in Kona or it was in Nice. That was the other place that I was at, in Nice, France. But looking at the previous years when they had qualification, and what will probably remain similar, especially with what they have posted, and some people in the Ironman world that have worked with trying to get more women in the sport have said, is that it's going to pretty much go back to old format. Even though they are going to try to fit anywhere from 200 to 500 more people into the World Championships, they're still going to do it percentage based on gender, meaning there's more men that race Ironman, so they get more slots in World Championship. And that sentence might seem to make sense to you, right? But sometimes in an age group, at a race, 10 men in an age group will get to go to World Championship and only one woman from that same age group. Mind you, there could have been 5 women that probably beat the time of 5 of those men, but that doesn't matter because more men raced. So that's where the kind of double-edged sword comes in. I am working really hard to get to that 11-hour Ironman this year. But California, the last couple of years, the winners have been between 10, 15, and 11 hours. So I would have to most likely at this race come in first or second place, or the people that are in first, second, third, fourth, fifth place would have already accepted a spot at a different race or do not want to go in order for me to be given the qualification. Another double-edged sword comes into place where Hawaii is not easy to get to. So if it were to be the case that I qualified, it would be a tough decision because not only does the race cost like $1,500, but you're looking at anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 to travel there. So it would come down to that. Like I said, I would love it because it's that idea of going to Kona and racing in Kona. But at the same time, it's a tough subject right now in the Ironman world. So I'm going to make it my goal to get as close as I can to qualifying, and I will be happy even coming close. But if anything, yes, I'm an athlete, but I am also a supporter of women in sports. And to see that a couple of the very condescending sentences that Ironman put out there today about, oh, we tried for the last 3 years to get more women to do sports and to do Ironman, but there just wasn't enough interest that we need a whole other separate race, is a little rough to see, especially because, like I said, I'm a cheerleader for women, and I know I have a lot of men here watching, but I hope you're a cheerleader for women too, because we have not been fully allowed in this space for very long. So to say things along the lines of we've tried for the last 3 years when we've only been allowed for the last 30 years, the last 60 years has all we've gotten the chance to be involved in this sport compared to 100 of years. So in sport alone, not just Ironman. For now, I will leave it at that. My goal is still to break that 11 hours. My goal is still to motivate, especially women, but I'm here for you too, guys, to motivate you that you can. And that I hope seeing women try to do what we were told only you can do helps motivate you. I know that's a weird way to say that, but in all honesty, that's the truth. Ironman California is a late in season race, so we'll see how the other races boil down. I don't know which race cuts off for this year compared to next year, so maybe it's an early in season race. I don't know. I know Ironman Texas, you still qualified for this year's World Championship, but I think that was it. I think now everything else you have to wait till next year. I would have to look at that, but I'm pretty positive. So that would, like I said, it would make it a very late in season race, and Ironman Texas next year would be the last one to qualify for World Championships again. I'm going to keep getting better because that's a goal of mine, and I am going to keep advocating for women, and I am going to keep cheering you all on. That's my main goal. And let's get this video edited. We'll check in a little bit. What do you guys think about Ironman going back to Kona fully?
All right, time to head out for that run. I have decreasing intervals. I have 2 by 6 minutes, 3 by 3 minutes, and 5 by 30 seconds at zone 4. Something in that range. And zone 4 right now for me is like 9:45 to 8:50 pace. So we'll see how this goes. It should be fun. It's super nice out. I'm looking forward to the sun being blocked by some of these clouds because it's bright out. I should wear glasses. I haven't found the perfect pair to wear while running. Like, I absolutely need them while biking, but while running, like, the sun is annoying. I don't like hats. A visor would be nice, and then you don't have to worry about annoying things on your face or a hat, but it's just not my thing. I don't like anything on my head like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I do need a good pair of sunglasses for running, so if you have a suggestion, let me know, and I'll check in throughout these intervals. First 2 intervals done, complete. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. First one, I'm almost done here. First one I got 0.63 of a mile. Second one I got 0.66. Got to do my 3 minutes now. Where are my CrossFitters, drop set weightlifters? Decreasing intervals is like 21, 15, 9. It's not the 21 that's the hardest. It's not the heaviest set that is the heaviest or hardest. It's completely that middle set. I got 15 seconds. I got one more 3 minute. It's hard. A minute is not a long time to check in, get some water. I love you. I'm proud of you. This is hard. I got 2 more 1.5 minuters. They weren't 30 seconds. They were 90 seconds. Let's get after it. And done. 6.6 miles in an hour 11. I went after 6.6 because it puts me at 110 for the month instead of carrying out the 7. So it was easy. It was even somewhere. That was tough. That was really tough. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Go get some food in me. The breeze was at my face, but I didn't feel like it was at my back. It's not even hot out yet. It's coming though. It rained. I get these, I don't know if you can see them. I get these like little worms on my stoop when it rains. It's weird. I don't know where they come from. Like, are they falling out of the ceiling? Are they blowing up from the flower pot? I don't know. The dogs are gonna get mad at me, so I can't stand here and talk. All right, make my shake with me. Got some almond water. I still have my Camelback on my back because I'm gonna get through all the water is the goal. 240 milliliters a serving. I went a little over that, but it's almond milk. It's like water. It's 30 calories. I just fill it up to a certain point that I know is needed in there, so, well, it's gonna be empty, so. We're gonna make a fruity shake today. Ugh. My stomach's still kind of blah from running, but I need the calories, so I'm gonna get them in. We're at the bottom of the Oat Ghost 000, so I'm gonna put in here whatever's left. Usually I do 100 grams, which is a little over half a serving, but like I said, I'm gonna go with whatever's left in here because I don't want to open a new one just to. And this is just the yogurt. This is normally the yogurt I get, but sometimes, like, it's normally on sale like every week. There's usually like $2 off. But if it's not on sale at all, it's like $8.99, and all the other ones are $4.99 or $5.99, so I'll go after those. Hey, look, it ended up being, let's get it all out of there. 120 grams, plus a little bit. 125. 130. Then we got some Rise protein. I like the protein. It's what I have mostly of right now. This one was okay. I don't like it by itself, like just with almond milk. They got these little like inclusions in them. I'm not a huge fan of those, but the flavor's good. So
but it's better in a shake. And I use this one. It's the strawberry shortcake rolls when I make a fruity shake. So we're gonna throw that in there. 1 scoop is 34 grams. So we're gonna go with 1.5, just to get that little extra protein. So half of 34 is 17, plus 34 is 51. 51 grams. I do measure and I add it to the MyFitnessPal app. I do this just to keep me knowing if I'm getting enough macros and if I'm getting enough calories when I have hard workout days specifically. There are hard workout days where I will burn anywhere, like today I burned 800 calories during that run. So I will burn anywhere from 800 all the way up to 2,200 calories in a day if I have a run and a bike and a lift. So yeah, throwing a banana in there too. Banana. What did we say? We did 51. That was a 90 gram banana. There's about a calorie per gram in bananas, just so you know. Like I said, we're trying to get our nutrients in and our calories. I'm probably gonna be bad for dinner tonight, so I don't need to overload on calories right now because I'm gonna probably get Taco Bell or something for dinner, but I just get their bowls. So, but I am gonna add some fiber into this by adding 15 grams of chia seed and a half a serving of, right now what I have, oats. These are sprouted rolled oats. 1 serving has 200 calories, so I go with a half a serving, and that's 3 grams of fiber. And that 15 grams of chia seed is another 4 grams of fiber. So there's also fiber in protein shakes. That's helpful. This one super has, oh no, it only has 1 gram, so that one's not that much. But I am gonna add some, I'm gonna add some fruit in here too. So we need 25 grams of this for a half a serving. Boom. And then let's get the frozen fruit. I buy whatever frozen fruit's on sale. I know there's, things people say about frozen fruit and the cheaper brands and the non-organic and blah de blah, and it's fruit, it's fiber, it's gonna help you in the end. So don't listen to them haters. I think this whole bag of blueberries was $2.50. It was like 2 for $5. So like a pint of blueberries is $6, and that's like a cup of blueberries. So yeah. Speaking of a cup, that's the serving in this. It has 3 grams of fiber. It's 140 grams. Let me see what that looks like. 140 grams. Right there. I think I'm gonna do a cup and a half just to get a good blend on this. Then I don't have to add any ice. 140 plus half of 140. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna put all that in MyFitnessPal. Throw this in the blender. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Look how freaking pretty that is. So pretty. Super, super yummy too. I can take my Camelback off and my earbuds and go get the teenager. We did end up getting Taco Bell for dinner. I always get this bowl. It's super yummy. I'm super impressed with it. And these potatoes are also super yummy, but they're like a waste of calories. Like that little small thing of baked potatoes has the same amount as that bowl in it, and like no other nutrients really. It's just the cheese and the sour cream. It's so yummy. And then they started making these drinks with soda and a little bit of cream in them, and they're so good. I get the Baja Blast Mountain Dew that has a little less sugar in it. No, not a little less sugar. It's a 0 one, I think. It's like Baja Zero. Anyways, I don't like drinking my calories, so I tried to do the diet sodas. I'm not really a soda person, but with Taco Bell for sure. It is day 12 of washing my face in a row, feeling good about that. I really like the results I'm getting and the consistency of it. We're going to start some new streaks soon. Definitely getting back to reading here soon. This is your daily reminder to not let your I want to's turn into I can'ts, because If you're doing that, you're doing things that aren't making you happy. So do things that make you happy. I love you. I'm so proud of you. And I will check in with you very, very soon.